Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've been wanting to film something with my Huda Beauty palette. I love this palette and I use it all the time, just not on camera. So I figured it was about time. I really wanted to film a look and I really wanted to go straight into the glitter. I've done a lot of like everyday stuff with the warm colors and the purpley tones. I mean, they're really pretty, but I've never used the glitter. So I really wanted to use the glitter, which that's obviously, as you can see, what I did today. So I figured this is just a really fun kind of vampy glittery look for like a night out, whether it's a girls' night, date night, whatever. We are getting closer to February. It's as scary as it is to say, which means it won't be too much longer before it's Valentine's Day. So this could be really fun for like a Valentine's night out, whether it's on your own or a date night. You know, nothing better than a nice glittery in your face eye with a huge black wing. So this should be a fairly quick video. I did film it as a voiceover, so if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. I've always wanted to do that. So I'm starting out with a fluffy brush into the shade Desert Sand, and I'm using this just to make sure that my primer is completely set. Next up, with a fluffy brush, I'm going into the shade Eden, and I'm working this into the crease and a little onto the brow bone. For more warmth, going into Amber, and again going through the crease. And I'm also making sure to kind of blur this onto the outer V as well. Now I'm taking a more tapered brush into the shade Saffron, and I'm focusing this mostly on the outer corner of the eye, and then with any kind of leftover product I'm dragging it a little bit into the crease, only about halfway. Now I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape and a flat brush, and I'm using this to just completely cut out the crease. This step isn't really necessary, but for me, since I'm going to add the glitter, I like to have a defined shape to know exactly where to put the glitter glue. Speaking of glitter glue, I'm using the Too Faced glitter glue, and I'm just using a flat brush to put that all over the lid exactly where I put the concealer down. And now into the shade Cosmo, which is the glitter shade of the palette. I'm using my finger and I'm just very carefully pressing this onto the lid. I found that it was easier with my pinky because I could get a little closer and like to the edges and everything. But no matter what, I still ended up with fallout. So that's just, I guess, the pain of glitter. Now that the other eye is caught up, I'm using a flat little tiny brush just to kind of pat a little bit of glitter anywhere that I couldn't reach with my finger, like right in the inner corner, and making sure it's right against the lash line. For the lower lash line, I'm taking a flat angled brush and going back into the Saffron shade, and I'm just lining the entire lower lash line with this color. Then with a flat, sort of fluffy brush, I'm using the shade Amethyst, and I'm just going to run this all along that color right underneath the lash line just to kind of smoke it out and add a little bit of a kind of purple tint to it. For liner, I'm using the Storybook Cosmetics Quill and Ink liner. I just figured that something like this would be a lot easier to apply than a liquid liner. Unfortunately, a lot of this ended up out of camera. I basically was very slow to try to not remove a lot of the glitter, and then I just basically focused on making a really bold black wing. And I also went ahead and put some of that liner in the waterline of the lower lash line. Now for the inner corner highlight, I'm using a combination of Nefertiti and a little bit of Angelic. I just thought it kind of helped giving it a little bit of that pink tone. And of course, curling the lashes. I really wanted to make sure I curled them really nicely so that they stood up. And then I'm using the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara, doing a number of coats here just to make sure that the lashes are really thick and bold, because I didn't think that fake lashes were going to stick very well to all this glitter. For the lower lash line, as usual, I'm using my Tarte Gifted mascara just to kind of define those lashes. And that's it. So for lips, I'm using the Dose of Color and Desi X Katy collection lipstick in More Creamer, Please. And then I'm topping it with one of the ColourPop lip glosses. This is the shade Tight Fit, which is just a gorgeous kind of shimmery nude, but it has a pink iridescent shift. So it just added a different tone to this lip, and I think it just really goes nicely with the eyes. And this is the finished sparkly look. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and thank you for watching. Bye!